It's time for the Psychic News Network. I see a few of you are here. How you doing? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Say hello to me so I don't feel lonely. I'm waiting for somebody to say hello. I don't see any chat, which makes me think my Wi-Fi might not be working. Is anybody here? There is Bonnie. Thank you for saying hello. A little late. A little late again. I'm always late. My excuse is that I went to Salem, and then I always get in a time warp when I go to Salem. And I was getting goodies for Ostera, for the spring equinox. Let's light a candle, shall we? We can all use a little bit more white light. So, just so you know, the spring equinox is coming up next Monday. And we are having a celebration. Go to my website, psychicannetdion.com. We're having a celebration of that. And like a little ritual to welcome spring in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. And that's going to be on Sunday, 6 Eastern Time, live in a Zoom room. So it's not on YouTube, it's in a Zoom room. No, I'm not. Even if I was snowed in, I'd still be on. I was just, I get busy. Anyway. So go to psychicannetdion.com. Thank you, LB. And just, if you want to join us for our Ostera, spring equinox, new moon, your birthday's Monday, come for Beatrice's birthday. Beatrice, email me, and I will give you a discount for your birthday. It's only $30. AnnetteDion7@gmail.com, just because it's your birthday. And that's a powerful birthday, because the sun goes into Aries on Monday, and then there's a new moon in Aries on Tuesday. I'll be in New Hampshire, but I'll still be live streaming. Okay? So that's what we're doing. And I also want to let you know that because I was in Salem, I got a new tarot deck that I've not even opened yet, because, I don't know, Beatrice is a twin. So yeah, if you don't have plans, Beatrice, on Sunday evening, you get to see me twice on Sunday if you come to Church of Spirituality. Oh, lucky you. And we will do a ritual. And it's always fun. We did one for Yule. The Appalachian Mountains, nice. Windy and cold, so cold. So cold and so windy. We didn't really get any snow. Another birthday, March 20th. This is my bill. Yeah, let's hear for the Aries birthdays. Believe it or not, it's almost the end of March, and we're in the Ides of March. You look on Sunday. Can't really read that. So it's the Ides of March. These are my new. You go to Salem, you have to buy some new tarot cards. I had time today. And, hey Maria. So I'm going to shuffle the Aquarian Tarot. This is a deck I've seen before, but I've never owned before. And it's so funny. This is God's honest truth. I'm checking out. I'm buying a bunch of things, teas and stuff, herbs and stuff. And I'm checking out at the store it's called the Artemisia Botanicals store in Salem. And I'm checking out, and this is called the Aquarian Tarot. As I'm checking out, seriously, the music in the background is going, this is dawning of the age of Aquarius. So I guess, I couldn't believe it. Those things happen to me a lot. So we have the Aquarian Tarot. And we're going to kind of celebrate the newness. I mean, even though it's only Wednesday, the new moon energy is really strong. Yeah, plan a trip to Salem, but don't plan it anywhere around October. Just even the end. Oh, Darren is asking about indictments to come out. Even the end of September, it's crowded there. So, I don't know. People love the metaphysical. I'm going to pick 3 cards from the Aquarian deck. and know that halfway through I'm going to do a little commercial to let you know everything that I'm up to. We'll talk about Texas. Texas is really going down a deep, dark hole. Let's pick 3 cards just to kind of set the energy with this new deck. As I said, it's new for me, the Aquarian Tarot, but it's not a new deck. It's been out for a while. Here to save our democracy. Yes, that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. And I have a lot of things brewing coming up for the near future, so I'll let you know about that. Okay, so 3 cards just to sort of orient us to the deck and to the reading for tonight. The show is 90 minutes, so let's see. So first of all, we have the Tower. It's like new Tower card deck week, because the other night I was using the Voyager. The Tower card. So we're going to see a lot of disruption in the news. But that's what we're in right now. We're in a lot of disruption. Let me move my candle so I don't burn my arm. A lot of disruption, as we see all over the news. A lot of disruption. We're in that kind of energy right now, the Tower. Cheryl's in Maine. I'm in Massachusetts. It's very windy and pretty cold. And I just said that and the wind just went. You might have heard it. 7 of Cups. Okay, so this is what we see right now. This is the energy right now. The Tower card, there's a lot of tumult. We know that. A lot of things are being broken up. This is just generally. 7 of Cups, there's going to be a lot of pulling the wool over people's eyes going on. Now, I know this is nothing new, but I'm just saying that's what the energy of right now is. And the Ace of Swords. So as the truth comes out, the lies just flow like a waterfall. Like Niagara Falls. As the truth comes out, the Tower card is everything's gonna get disrupted. And it's gonna be like the lies are gonna be falling like Niagara Falls. Really falling. And the Ace of Swords it's because the truth is coming out. So what we're in right now is we kind of have to get ready for let the bickering begin. Thank you, Glenna. Hit the thumbs up if you can. We're at the beginning of the bickering. Big time. Big time bickering. Seriously. It's pretty huge. Here in Pennsylvania, the sun was shining and the wind will rip the skin of your bones off your bones. Seriously, I mean, I'm a daily exerciser outside, but when it's really unbearable, especially in March, we really didn't get any snow where I am. Especially in March, it's just like, I think I'll just wait. I think I'll just wait till it warms up. Thank you for being here, you guys. I appreciate you being here as I get orientated to my new cards. That makes about, maybe I have 10 decks now? No. I have a lot of tarot decks. Yeah, we're getting the same weather. Lots of wind. If you have allergies, if you have seasonal allergies, let me just recommend, the other thing that I did was I stopped off at a couple of stores that have local honey. So just, just a little tip. If you start eating local honey now, like I can feel it in the air. There's a lot of new pollen blowing around. And we've had a lot of warm weather, so things are blooming earlier. So, Darren didn't get picked for jury duty for the next 2 days. Good. Yeah, it's our civic duty, right? Feel good about yourself. So, local honey, native honey to your area. It really makes a huge difference. I noticed that I didn't have any and I went, whoa, I can totally tell. Yes, it's so nice to be with you. Let's see what we have for Donald Trump in the new Aquarian Tarot deck. I like this deck. Let's see. Remember, at the 45-minute mark, I'm going to do my personal commercial, let you know everything that I'm up to. Hang on, let me do this. We're gonna, because I want to just be really specific. Let's ask about the law, the legal system, and Trump this week. Now, remember, I just saw the Tower card. I saw the 7 of Cups, which is like pulling the wool over everybody's eyes. Quercetin is good for allergies. Okay, I didn't know that. Good. There's lots of good tips here. If you have cures for seasonal allergies, put them up there. Because a lot of people do have them. I have them just slightly. So we see the tower, we see the disruption. The Seven of Cups that I just pulled means pulling the wool over people's eyes and just lies and deception flowing like crazy. And it's because the sword of truth, one thing about truth is truth always gets revealed. That's the nature of truth. It always gets revealed. And sometimes it takes forever, but it always gets revealed. So I'm going to look at, I'm kind of like deciding. I'm going to look at this week. It's Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday on St. Patty's Day. It's Wednesday. This week, from now till the end of the week, what's going to happen with Trump indictments? Everybody give yourself a pat on the back for many things, but one being, just give yourself credit for whenever you're patient about Donald Trump. Whenever you're patient with justice, because it requires a ton of patience, and we are really being tried. Maria, yeah, if it's local honey, it works really well. If you have like pollen allergies and that kind of thing. So, this is about what we're going to see for Trump. Going to the Eastern Shore or even Baltimore helps. Yeah, if you can get out of town. When I left Tennessee, Tennessee for me was really, the mold was really bad in Tennessee. And so when I moved back to the ocean, I was like, felt so much better. Donald Trump. I do see indictments because the Three of Cups would indicate that an indictment's coming for Donald Trump. We're going to hear about that really soon. I've been getting the Three of Cups a lot, and it reminds me of... Oh, there's a good solution for allergies up there. Read the chat if you have allergies. When I've been getting the Three of Cups, it reminds me of when Joe Biden... Remember after the election that Joe Biden won? That people were dancing in the street? That's the kind of energy I get here. It's like, yay, Trump's getting indicted. Oh yeah, it's been said. The Knight of Swords, this is reminding me of Jack Smith. So there's Jack Smith's energy all over it. Ace of Cups. The truth is... Did you guys see Donald Trump's lawyer? Tacopina? Did anybody see that? On Ari Melber, boy, Ari Melber, he gets the reward for the best interviews. Yeah, the justice system is so slow, Darren. So that's what I'm saying is, give yourself a pat on the back for being patient, even if you haven't been patient. Just that you've had to endure this. Tacopina was bizarre. Yeah, I'll get to the Russian drone and all that. Tacopina was a mess, and one thing I did notice, I talked about this last night at our meeting, was that on Midas Touch, they showed a video of Tacopina on CNN from years ago. I don't know how many years ago, but his energy wasn't like that. And actually, just because I'm curious, hang on. So we'll be celebrating that we're going to hear news that Trump is going to be held accountable. Yeah, Tacopina is actually saying Trump is a victim. It was like, that's a good question. How will Tacopina ever keep his cool when they'll kick him out of the courtroom? But if you saw that, he was very angry. He looked high. He did look high. And I didn't see that end part. Thank you for reminding me, Cheryl, because I didn't see... I actually had to turn it off. North to south, south is now north. Everything's flipping. I always say that. Everything's upside down and backwards. I'll talk more about that in a sec. Tacopina seemed under the influence. Have the Trumpers' minds been taken over? Maria? Haven't you been following me all this time? The answer is very capital Y-E-S, yes. Is it your birthday? Sid says it's happy birthday. Is Takapina under the influence of some kind of mind-altering something? Just something. I get yes. I mean, when I say something, it could be like, is he under the influence of like 10 shots of espresso or something? But definitely, okay. Is it illicit? Oh, it's a rhetorical question. I know. Maria's like, do Trumpsters have something? Did someone steal their minds? I'm like, yeah. Yes, for sure. You turned it off too, Joanne? Spent too much time at the tanning salon? No. Takapina, there was something up there, and it wasn't espresso. Was it steroids? Oh, I'm getting yes on the steroids. For entertainment purposes only, it's just what the pendulum's saying. I mean, it's some kind of... People take steroids for asthma, you know, I'm getting really strongly. It was like, he's on steroids. Oh, now I'm wicked curious. Let's pick 3 cards about that. Takapina's, what was he taking? What were you taking, Takapina? I like saying his name. Takapina. Oh yeah, he's holding on to something. He's holding on. He looked like he had high blood pressure, but I'm getting that he's on steroids. Roid rage. That makes sense. I feel that very strongly. Tapioca. Nickname time. Beautiful people drink thyme tea. Oh, for allergies? Oh, that's a good suggestion. Taco Pina. Go to Taco Tuesday night with Taco Pina. Taco Pina. Taco Pina Colada. Okay, I'll stop. Ari Melber's he's really, really good. Well, this is 4 of Pentacles is, you know, in the traditional tarot, it's the guy who's like sitting and holding onto a pentacle like that. So he's trying to hide. Takapina's trying to hide the truth from himself. Darren wonders if Marjorie Taylor Greene is on steroids too. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. We can ask since we're on the topic. I really do feel like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know if she uses them regularly, but I really do get drop some cloves into the tea. I'm going to try that. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I feel like she has used steroids. Yeah, I do get that strongly. And I feel like, yeah, well, Dale, I was just saying, you know, like steroids are prescribed for asthma too. Okay, wait. So if it's steroids, which the pendulum was indicating, Takapina seems to be on steroids, is it for a medical condition? For some kind of medical condition. But you know, some people get something for a medical condition and then they go overboard. Hello. Have we seen Marjorie Taylor Greene, the videos of her doing pull-ups? like a floppy rag? Bodybuilding, yeah. Okay, so if it is steroids, Takapina, was it for bodybuilding? For bodybuilding. Was it for a medical condition though? I'm getting both, like for bodybuilding and a medical condition. I don't know. I'm out of my realm here because I don't understand about using steroids. Anyway. King of Pentacles. So this is about Takapina. Oh yeah, he's in trouble. Trump is trying to... This is what I'm picking up about him. 2 leaders will leave the planet. I think, yeah, Joanne, I agree. It was something like cocaine, but it was a stimulant. It could have been both. Maria's mentioning taking steroids for asthma attacks and then becoming a cleaning maniac. You know what else does that is ADHD drugs. I keep hearing this. I have to look up cocaine bear because I don't know what that means, and I keep hearing that being thrown around, and I'm out of the loop on that. Me, who keeps up mostly, I think. So this is about Tacopina, and I feel like Trump is like holding the money over his head and saying you're not going to get the money unless you get the win. Oh, somebody just showed up late. Okay, what we're talking about is Tacopina, Trump's crazy lawyer. The one, and then he sat there and he said about Michael Cohen that Michael Cohen was like not a lawyer. Unbelievable. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hang on. Liz, we're talking about Trump's lawyer. Crazy. Oh, it's a new movie, Cocaine Bear. Yeah. What's it? Is it a comedy? Margie, where are you coming from with that? We have the wrenches out. Okay, so the Page of Swords is, yeah, I feel like Trump is holding the money over Tacopina's head. It's a horror comedy film. If it's good, I'll watch it. Page of Swords is, what I see with Tacopina, the stone bear kills everyone in his way. Cocaine bear. Okay. Yeah, Cohen lost his license. Yeah, Dale. However, the way that Tacopina was referring to Michael Cohen was just let's look at do we have any wrenches in the chat? Anybody? Can we have some volunteers? Okay, so sorry, when somebody's in the chat and they're just being like disrespectful. Thank you, Glenna. We're so glad that Joe Biden is our president too. They have to go. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. And I can do that too, but it's just easier when somebody else does it. The Page of Swords is, I feel like in the courtroom, Tacopina and whomever, who's the lawyer, they're gonna be, it's gonna get tense. We'll just put it that way. I spent way too long on that question. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. Thank you for your support. Yeah, that was wild. Jeez. That was a lot. There's a lot of energy going on. I mean, I'm just seeing them in the courtroom in New York, and just, I'm wondering if Tacopina is going to get belligerent. Your husband thinks Diet Coke is doing something to the Republicans' brains? I don't even call them Republicans anymore. Seems like we have a lot of Aries in the chat. Happy birthday to Aries. Coming soon. Happy birthday to Pisces, too. I mean, it's still Pisces. Okay. Meanwhile, we're going to Russia. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Oh, do I see him staying on the case? You mean Trump's lawyer? I'm trying to figure out. An April baby, you're an Aries? I'm trying to figure out, okay, so who's the lawyer for the, so we know Tacopina's Trump's lawyer. Who's the lawyer on the other side? I don't know. But I see them going at it in the courtroom. I really do. Yeah, I see them going at it in the court. I mean, I see Tacopina being hauled off in the courtroom. Sheesh, it's tense. Oh yeah, you're a lurker revealed themselves. Good job. Good job. Join in. Participate. It's more fun when we hear from you. Is Takapina going to cause a scene in the courthouse? I'm getting he's going to create a scene. Contempt. Well, contempt would mean he wouldn't show up. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We're talking about the Stormy Daniels case. He could not allow himself to. Well, what I'm picking up, let me just recap, because sometimes I get all this information and then it's like, okay, now what are you talking about? Trump's lawyer it looks like he's on some kind of stimulants like steroids. And I see Trump holding money over his head in the sense that it feels like he's saying, I can't pay you unless you get the win. And he must have promised him a lot. And then I see them in the courtroom and I see Takapina just being like erratic and losing his temper and being hauled out of the courtroom. I hope they allow cameras in court too. I'm not sure if they will. I'm not feeling like they will. And that's what I see. Will they allow cameras in the courtroom? No, I'm getting a no on that. I'm telling you, what I'm picking up on is just insane. It's just insane. It's almost like Trump told him he better not lose or else, and I don't know what the or else is. Entertainment purposes only. This is all based on my psychic impressions. I'm not giving you, this is my psychic impressions. This is not my opinion. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to Russia. Ron, the fascist, has to cut the BS. Speaking of Russia. He'll lose the case if he loses his temper. That man is under a lot of stress. Trump's lawyer is under a ton of stress. It's obvious, right? That doesn't take a psychic. He'll lose the case anyway if justice... Time to make the popcorn, right? Yeah. Stay tuned. I'm not sure when that's all going to go down in New York. All right, Melba toward Trump's bus bench ad lawyer bus bench. What's that mean, Glenn? Bus. I don't understand. I'm going to re-watch the Ari Melber vid because I couldn't watch it long enough to see him trying to grab the paper out of his hand. Yeah. I didn't mean to spend so much time on this tonight, but it's pretty amazing what's coming up in the cards. Darren with the popcorn. No kidding. Is there a glass of wine there too? We're going to Russia, and the reason I brought up Ron DeFascist is because he's siding with Russia. We're switching gears. We can revisit the New York case. Nadrian wants a drink. Go ahead. Go ahead. Imbibe if you're into imbibing. This is about Russia. Oh gosh. Russia, wow. So that drone. Yeah, look up the Ari Melber interview with Takapina on YouTube. You can find all that. Maybe we'll have St. Patrick's Day indictments. Oh, thank you, Nora. I appreciate the compliments. It really makes my day. Honestly, you guys are awesome. You really are. Thank you. It warms the cockles of my heart. He did sound like a mob lawyer. Okay, I'm switching topics for a sec. So this is about the drone that got shot down. The very, very not cool, very scary. I do my best to stay calm during these times. I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm grateful that I have ways to breathe and bring it all in. But this Russia deliberately dumping fuel on the United States drone. There goes a bottle drop. I love you guys. Yeah, Ari Melbert's fantastic. Okay, I'm on the Russia thing right now. The Five of Cups is, you know, that was really bad. It was really wrong what Putin's army did. Putin's Air Force did. It's a problem. It is overwhelming, Running Sloth. I totally agree. It is overwhelming. These cards are awful. The people of Russia are really suffering too. I know we don't talk about the people of Russia much, but these cards are awful. This is Russia shooting down the United States drone. I kind of feel like let's keep praying because this could escalate. Yeah. Well, Sharon saying, I picture Biden saying, okay, now send those planes to Ukraine. This is not good. I'm just being frank. That's not my name. I'm just being frank. Yeah. Let's pull a few more cards for that. I'm telling you, everybody, just stop for a second, count your blessings, and we have no right to complain if we have a roof over our head. I'm not saying that to shame you. I'm just saying that for perspective. Send lots of love and light and good vibes to the people of Russia and obviously the people of Ukraine. I should do a Zoom call. A Zoom call for what? Oh, speaking of Zoom, and at the 45-minute mark, I'm going to do my own personal commercial to let you know what I'm up to. I'm doing a live stream with Kathy Beal on the 27th, which is not next Monday, but the Monday after. She's an astrologer. We're going to be talking about this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Can't sing that for too long because I'll take my YouTube channel down. I need to know more about the Russia. It's that these Russian soldiers. I mean, they've gone so rogue. Russia has gone so rogue. It's really interesting to watch what's happening to the human civilization psyche, where it's like, we don't care that there are rules and, like procedure and protocol and treaties and international law. Yeah, their government has never been good. Russia has really, they haven't had it easy, That's why I'm saying, count your blessings that you're okay, and let's pray for them. Okay, so this is more about Russia. It's bringing out, it's revealing who's strong. It's revealing who's stronger. This is going to be challenging for the Western countries. And the Knight of Rods, I really think I see something pivotal happening with how the United States deals with this. Yeah, Glenn, I see you're saying this ain't the Cuban Missile Crisis, but I'm just wondering what you're, what do you mean by that? It isn't the Cuban Missile Crisis, it's completely different. I mean, well, it's Russia and the United States, but what I'm seeing is the United States is going to respond. In a show of strength, the United States is going to respond. And as I'm speaking about international situations, we really need to pray about everything, really, and intend and all that. I don't know if anybody is following Donald Trump's videos that he's posting every day where he looks like a sick puppy, and I posted his on my community page. I'm doing this thing where I want to find out your psychic impressions about photos that I screenshot of the news. Donald Trump is actually sympathizing. He's a Kim Jong-un sympathizer. And he's he's talking about how, Kim Jong-un is his friend. Millie said they were gonna, he's a military guy. They're going to, hang on. Jeez. They're going to declassify the info. What info, Lori? It's like Russia's asking for it. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities. It's like, really, like, that's how Trump operates, right? And Trump he looks terrible. Nothing flies in Russia that we don't. Yeah, I actually feel we're the aliens when we need them. They're not going to help. It's just my opinion. Yeah, gosh. This is we're in a tight spot here, Because I'm seeing the United States responding as a show of strength. Am I picking up on the United States sending the military plans to Ukraine? Is that what I'm picking up on? No, that's not what I'm picking up on. Am I picking up on the United States making a military strike? There's some kind of military strike. Now, I'm not saying that the United States is going to, bomb Russia. I'm not saying that. But there's going to be a military strike of some sort. Putin, Kim, and MJB. Yeah. Let's take a look at that a little bit further. Because definitely this is not going to go unchecked. It's not going to go not responded to. And I do feel like Joe Biden has a plan. He's meeting with the generals and talking about, the safest way. Trump has flipped out. Oh yeah. Trump has completely flipped out. The thing that we have to pray for mostly, you can pray for him if you want. Mostly we have to pray for the people that follow him, that want him to be president. Wake up. All right, 3 more cards about what America's going to do about Russia. There's going to be a show of strength. I've dropped a card. Hang on. 2 of Rods. There will be some kind of action taken. The 5 of Rods, Wands. Yeah, we're getting ready to go into a little bit of a challenging time. We'll make it through. I'm just saying, it seems like this needs to be answered. What Russia did, there needs to be an answer. It needs to be responded to. Seems like our leaders would just remove Trump, period. Yeah, Trump is really scary. Yeah, we know it's a drone, Betty. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, we know it's a drone. I mean, but it was a stupid thing to do. It was against the rules. I know it sounds crazy, but there are rules to war. Well, we did expect them to do something. I know, thank God Joe's in office, that's for sure. I mean, you just shudder to think. And then we have Rwanda fascists out there taking Russia's side. What a mess! You can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you. The Russian jet was most likely badly damaged too. I don't know if we have pictures of that. So I'm going to just look at the war in Ukraine in general. The war in Ukraine in general. Like right now. The status. They're not supposed to do that in international waters. Right. I mean, it's like, what? The war. Well, what I'm getting about the war in Ukraine right now, where it stands, is actually this. What's a covert op? Can you define that? This is, so I'm looking at what's going to happen next, because I feel like the United States will retaliate in some certain way. And the Six of Cups is like, it's like the attack on Ukraine brought NATO together. This is going to bring NATO together more. It's going to bring NATO together even more. Secret operations. Okay, I see what you're saying. And Lori's saying sneaky operation. Yeah. I do feel it. I feel the conversations that are going on right now about, I do sense, strangely enough, I do sense that whatever we do in response to this is going to catch Russia off guard. Yeah. And remember, if you've been following me months ago, I said that I saw mutiny in Russia. Covert ops are hidden ops we do, like the pipeline that magically blew up and no one knows who did it. Oh, I'm not sure about that. I think it's NATO. I don't, so it's not going to be like Putin, whoever's posing as Putin. It's not going to be like Putin, so complicated. It's not going to be like Putin can go, the United States did this and we're gonna. It's not like that. It's like all of NATO, and I think that's how it's approached. I know they should just give NATO status to Ukraine. They freaking earned it. You thought Russia blew up the drone? I don't think it got blown up. But they are wanting to go get it so the Russians don't get it. Let me see. 3 more cards about that. Yeah, I do see it. Okay, what I see is great difficulty, and then I see, crawling out of the great difficulty. But I think this is NATO, what I'm picking up on, I think is NATO responding together. I don't think it's just the United States, but I think it's led by the United States. The Six of Swords is like, it's a slow journey. Come to 20 on Tuesdays. That's what we do. We meditate to dissolve the evil. They can't recover. It's too deep. Yeah, they can't recover the drone. Patty Rogers, the U.S. says the data is safe and sound. Okay, well, that's good. I don't feel like Russia has the upper hand here. Well, I should say Putin, the Kremlin. This is a little bit further down. It's gonna be a slog away from the difficulty. Oh, gosh, the King of Pentacles again. This is the United States. Thank God Joe Biden is president. Honestly. Hang on. The Russian jet purposely ran into the drone that's in the Black Sea. Yeah, I know that. I don't see Russia getting the information in the drone. So there's that. Wow. That's a big topic too. We have a lot of big topics. My goodness. Huge. Dinosaur topics. Maybe we should read about... I was just going to say, maybe we should just read about the weather. You know how people used to be like, Nadrienne, if you don't follow me, I do that every single Tuesday. If you want to join us, 20 on Tuesdays, we've been doing it for months. Go to either my website, psychicandetbeyond.com, and sign up. Just put your email in so you get the Zoom invite. Or go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. I'm doing what I can. I was just about to say, we need to talk about something lighter for a second, like maybe the weather, and then it's like, remember how we used to say, oh, just talk about the weather. That's like, that's intense too. The snowy Adirondacks, oh yeah, I bet. Running Sloth is saying, Steve Bannon arrested with big question marks. Are you saying that he was? Trying to follow the chat. We must have guardian angels. We must have protecting angels because, I don't know. I don't like to think, oh my God, what if, because that's too scary. But if you're brave enough to think, what if, Like, what if Trump was president? It's frightening. So we must have protective angels, right? Oh, Bannon was arrested today. No, we didn't get any snow. I missed that. I missed Bannon got arrested. Can you tell me more? I try to keep up. Well, I'll pick 3 cards about Bannon. Why was he arrested? What happened? Tell me. Somebody tell me. Oh, yeah, I did hear about the billionaire friend arrested. Okay. Cross-country skier. I might do that next week. I'm going to be up in the mountains. I'll still be with you, but I'll be from a different location. Yeah, not Bannon. Okay, thank you. Bannon's next. The guys just said Bannon's next. So there you go. I just heard Bannon's next. Maybe the guy's going to rat him out. Is Bannon next? I'm getting yes. That's what we're reading on right now. There's an the situation has light shining on it. The stars of the United States, the magician. Aha. Bannon won't be able to do his magic tricks anymore. Did I see the fire at Mar-a-Lago? Jeez. I go walk away from the news for 2-3 hours to go to Salem and see what happens. Was there a fire at Mar-a-Lago? Bannon was living in France. Now I'm totally confused. Totally confused. Bannon was living in France. Okay, what I got from those 3 cards was that Bannon won't be able to be doing his tricks anymore. And I feel that Bannon's going to be arrested again. I don't know. Somebody's saying a fire at Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if you guys are just trying to throw me for a loop and stump the psychic, but that's okay. I set myself up for this. It goes with the territory. Okay. Did you guys have a specific question? You're serious. About what? There was a fire? I'm so confused. Remember that line? There was a movie called Moonstruck, and the little Italian grandfather or something, he's sitting there and this insanity going on all around him at the dinner table, and he just goes, I'm so confused. That's what it's like. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you for the support. Oh, it's past the 48-minute mark, and I got down the rabbit hole, and I forgot to do my commercial. Okay, I have to do my commercial, right? Half an hour in. You remember Snap Out of It? Yeah, that's Moonstruck with Cher. You remember the scene where they were all at the dinner table, and I'm half Sicilian, so I know how that goes. It's like you can't get a word in. And it was, that's what I feel like. It was so confusing. And the grandfather's sitting there, and he's like weeping, and they're like, what's the matter? What's the matter? And he says, I'm so confused. Remember that? All right, hang on. I'm going to do like I do. I'm going to grab something. On April 1st, we have a Q&A discussing this class. It's a spiritual approach to weight loss. What it really is it's more of a, whether you want to lose 3 pounds or 103 pounds, doesn't matter, or 203 pounds. It's a spiritual approach to positive self, body image. So it's more like about that. And so this is my commercial. It's more like about having a positive view of your body. And that's the course itself is 4 consecutive weeks in April. So go to my website to check that out. On Sunday this week, I have an Ostera spring equinox celebration. It's an hour and a half, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and that's this Sunday. That's the 19th, the night before the equinox. Equinox, new moon hit at the same time. It's going to be a really powerful, really high energy time. We're going from a water sign, sun sign, into a fire sign, Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. You're going to be on fire. You won't even need caffeine that day. So Sunday we're having a celebration. PsychicAnetDion.com is where you go to sign up for that. That's held in a Zoom room. I have Church of Spirituality on Sundays at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, live stream. Please watch Church of Spirituality, especially if you're looking for spiritual inspiration or, self-empowerment. On, what else do I have, Terry? We're set up for Patreon, but I'm not going to send you there yet. We're going to save that for Friday because I have to understand more of it myself. But we're getting set up for Patreon. On Thursday, we have Grassroots of Democracy. That's tomorrow night. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com is where you put in your email address so you can receive a Zoom invite every week, even if you are not able to attend the meetings. My assistant Terry, who's in the chat, thank you, takes copious notes, and you will receive so much information about how to save democracy. If you don't know what to do, we will show you. That's our slogan. So there's that. We meet on Thursday nights and on Saturday nights, Grassroots of Democracy. 20 on Tuesdays, the guided meditation for a healed America happens every Tuesday. You can sign up for that on grassrootsofdemocracy.com. We get together, I do a guided meditation, we visualize America healed, and it's working. And I mentioned on March 27th, I'm going to do a special show with Kathy Beal, who's an astrologer, to tell us all about this Aquarian stuff going on. And there's more, and I'm sure I forgot something. Oh, there's a pendulum class on March 25th. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. Okay, and that's my commercial, and I think I did that. Yes, I said it as you were typing it. Pendulum class, Saturday, March 25th. Also, there's a class for people that took Radically Forgiving. It's like part 2. You should have received an email, and that's going to be on Saturday. All right, let's go to another question. Thank you. That was pretty good, right? I think it was under 2 minutes. I'm avoiding you trying to sell you a product that you're not interested in. I hope. I hope. Okay. Let's see how Joe Biden's doing. Okay. Let's see how Joe Biden's doing. Joe Biden's getting a lot of information about, oh yeah, this is interesting. The High Priestess is coming up. Yeah, I got a lot going on. Go to my website, PsychicAnetDion.com. Please, it's all there. And Church of Spirituality has its own website now. It's churchofspirituality.online. And this is, so I'm asking about Joe Biden. Joe Biden's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we do not know about. And it has to do with justice. Not that Joe Biden can make those decisions, but he's making sure that justice happens. He's overseeing, he's kind of like, how do I explain this? It's not that he's involved, but he's looking at it, he's observing it, he's kind of guiding, like, we need to save America, like in that way. So Joe Biden is doing a lot, and behind the scenes, there's a lot, believe it or not. You're welcome, Dale. Believe it or not, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. It's so interesting because it reminds me of reading on the DOJ on Monday and seeing how they really are keeping, I can't remember what question it was that we were asking, but I really was seeing how the DOJ was being really like duct tape, like just not revealing anything. And it really had to do with they need to keep away from the media. So Joe Biden this is about Joe Biden. I'm talking about Joe Biden now. Is needing to keep things really locked up and secret for our safety, for the safety of the United States. Things are being locked up secret for our safety. Information. I'm not sure specifically if that has to do with investigations into Trump, but I feel like this is more about our national security, what's actually been leaked. I really feel like Joe Biden, is working, talking to the generals, and is working on damage control, about how much has been leaked. That's what I feel like Joe Biden is really invested in right now. But this is locked up. We're not going to know what they are working so hard behind the scenes, behind closed doors, to prevent from happening. It's very strong. This is what's going on with Joe Biden right now. What's going on with Joe Biden right now is he's doing his very best to keep America safe. Oh, keep it secret, keep it safe, Gandalf. Is that from Gandalf? From Lord of the Rings? That's pretty strong. I mean, it just brings this feeling of, oh my God, I'm so glad that they know what they're doing. Wow. Okay, so let's take a look. And I know that he was in California at Half Moon Day, or where the shooting was on the lunar Chinese New Year. I don't know what happened, if he signed something or with as far as gun control laws, but I'll look at that too. Okay. Let's take a look at Ron DeSatan. Ron DeSatan, Ron DeFascist, Ron, really, I cannot even believe that Ron DeFascist is messing with our national security, but I can't even believe that I'm saying I can't believe, because of course he is. I just can't believe somebody who's planning to run for president is on Russia's side. Oh, Glenn Youngkin is going around the country talking as if he's going to run for president. I don't really think Glenn Youngkin is going to run for president. Presidential order for background checks. Oh, is that what happened in California? Good. Good. Darren's kind of confirming what I'm seeing, because I'm just reading it psychically, but I definitely feel like behind the scenes, Biden is really, we need to protect our country. Okay. What's going on, you guys? Nadrian, it might be, people might just be misperceiving. It's hard when we're in a chat. It's like texting. You don't know how people mean what they say. So please don't take things personally. If it's out of control, we'll do something. I mean, we'll just put them in timeout. No worries. Now, what the heck was I reading on? Yeah, try to keep it light. I mean, that's all. I know, it's just like we need some kind of contrast, right? I was reading on DeSantis. Okay. Somebody mentioned, love and light, right? Love and light. It's all good. Where's the moon today? What's going on with the moon? It's in Capricorn. When the moon's in Capricorn, we can tend to be a little bit too serious. So everybody, somebody tell a joke. I was thinking of a joke, but I'm not going to tell a joke. You guys tell a joke. It's easy to misunderstand people in the chat. It really is. Yeah. It just know that, okay? And one thing that I haven't announced is that due to a lot of bashing that I've received lately, and I'm not pointing fingers or anything. I'm just saying I've been really bashed lately, and what are antholes for? I've heard that. Antholes. I'm going to start something called the Kindness Corner. And I'm being called to do that because we're getting too used to being mean to one another. And it's what's really disconcerting about it is that it's starting to be the norm. Like, people being mean to one another are the norm. And I can't even imagine how it would be for like a high school or middle school age kid who's just having a sense of their identity. I mean, thank you, Kim. And it's not, obviously it's just a few people, but really mean. And I think about, I can take it. I'm an adult. I'm a grown up. We've all been through what we've been through. Life is a school of hard knocks, right? But I think about the kids, and I think about how devastating it must be to be bullied. And so I'm going to start something called the Kindness Corner, and it might be a few minutes video, really just 3 to 5 minutes every day. And I would like for you to send me stories, or I'll just read from something, but if you can send me just a short story of a kindness that you observed, or that somebody did something for you, because we need to grow the energy of kindness. I can't continue on, like ignoring it. I'm just saying, me personally, I just feel like I have to do something about it as a responsible, human. So if you want to help me with that, I do my best. I have a hard side to me. I have a lot of astrological stuff that I can say, is about that. If you're strong and you're sure of yourself, you know yourself. There's a lot of people that are all alone out there, and we really do have to. What's so amazing? I have Wayne Dyer's continual calendar here, and I'm talking about this second time this synchronistic type thing happened today. That's really uncanny. Practice kindness and goodwill, right there. As if Dr. Wayne Dyer is here saying, yeah, do that. So anyway, little hiatus there. But I've had enough of it. It ruins your whole freaking day. It does. And there's stuff that's gone on, and nobody knows the whole story, so I'm done. I'm done. It's okay. It's part of it, right? I just think that we have to, uncles? What do you mean uncles? I got lost. I just think that we have to make a concerted effort. Like, the other day I went by, somebody on a telephone pole had written the word kindness on a telephone pole all the way up. And when you see something like that while you're driving, it's like, oh yeah, kindness. We just need to be reminded. So AnnetteDion7@gmail.com is my personal email. If you have a story about kindness that I can tell, please. Oh, uncles. That's a joke that we say aunt here. That if you say aunt, you get the joke. My aunt's on my dad's side. Anyway, told that joke once, and they were old ladies, and it was very funny. Anyway, so just say in the kindness corner. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm going to start tomorrow. It needs to be done. We all need to do that, because this is ridiculous. We have to love each other, As far as the Satan goes, or the fascist, or whatever. Counselors need counseling. Yes. Helpers need help. We all need help. And I just want to say, oh, nice. A local church sells signs that say, just be kind. I like that. I just want to say, it goes a long way. It really does. It can shift everything. This is about the fascist. I mean, speaking of meanness, we have to pay attention to this and I mean how awful he's being, and take it. We need to combat that. I see it's a matter of time. The Temperance card is coming up. I really love these cards. The Temperance card is coming up, and this is about. I'm so confused. I've never been so confused by the chat. Or you're telling jokes that I don't get, that's all. DeSantis. Temperance. It's just a matter of time, people. It's just a matter of time. I keep on getting that for him. The sun is going to illuminate his crimes. All right. I'm sorry. I just my dad, the other day I was like, "Are you nervous?" You know, because he had some medical thing going on. Are you nervous? And he had to go get it taken care of. And he told me a new one, which I hadn't heard. And you've probably heard this one. Yeah, I'm nervous. I feel like a long-tailed cat in a room of rocking chairs. I hadn't heard that one before. Do unto others, and it's up to us. I mean, even and if you have kids and grandkids, you know it's up to us to show them. Patty liked the joke. To show them, is that an oldie? I hadn't heard that. That people can be kind and that kindness is a thing. That's a Mark Twain line. I don't know. I can't believe I hadn't heard it before. I was impressed. I was like, Dad, I can't believe I haven't heard that bad dad joke before. Okay, so somebody mentioned Glenn Youngkin. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm rambling. Oh well, you're still here. Is Glenn Youngkin running for president? No, I don't think he would even get close. The intel on the drone has been erased. Yay! We do pray about that. We pray about that. Every single week we pray about that. Enemy countries that have received United States secret information find that it has been rendered useless. It's part of a prayer that we say every week. Please come to Church of Spirituality. There's a lot of kindness there, a lot of love and kindness there. I don't see Youngkin running for president. Somebody asked for me to read on Rudy Giuliani, so just for the heck of it, isn't there some kind of a documentary or something coming out about Rudy Giuliani? It's funny because I got Rudy Giuliani's liver is shot. Doesn't take a psychic. Thank you, Sarah. Rudy Giuliani, the Nine of Swords. I don't think he's sleeping. I think he's barely staying alive. Rudy Giuliani. The justice is coming for him quickly. Giuliani's done. There's a turn of circumstances for the worse for Giuliani. Yeah, remember, the people that are being, working for the evil on the dark side and just doing things for cruelty, Rudy's just lost. I don't, Rudy's not like to Satan. He's not like that. He's just really clueless. And, he's really clueless. When you see somebody like a Ron DeSantis, he just needs to be cruel. I was telling somebody today, I don't know if you guys know that Chris Cuomo has a channel. He has a YouTube channel. I think he calls it News Nation. But anyway, he interviews various people. I'm just going to tell you this, because I think it'll give you some perspective. So Deepak Chopra was having a conversation with Chris Cuomo. It's on YouTube. You can find it. And he said, because he was asking about, like people that are awful, that are evil. And so Chris asked Deepak Chopra what he thought about Vladimir Putin. And he said this. He said, I think that he's very damaged and he's showing that he feels impotent. I just think that puts things in perspective. Because somebody, really anybody, but when we're talking about men that are evil, right? And you recognize there's something within him that within them that feels really weak in order them. I don't mean men in general. I mean the ones that are heinous and horrible. They feel impotent. They feel like they have no power, and so they have to exert power in order to feel. Yeah, Greg Abbott too. In order to feel like they have control over their own lives, they have to control you. And there's nothing less manly than that. Texas announces takeover of Houston schools. What do you mean by takeover? Yeah, like that. That fascist behavior is a sign that those people inside feel very impotent and weak and not. They have to externally exert power because they don't feel that they are empowered. And it's their own fault, honestly. It's their own fault. And if you want to see a real man, yeah, we're not going to stand for what's going on. We're not. Let's just get real. If you want to see a real man, go to, there's a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's called The Governator. Remember, he was the governor of California. And no matter what you think of Arnold, that man is a strong man with a heart of gold. He has a very moving, very touching video about stopping the hate. So maybe I have a tendency to pick up like the collective vibe, and I'm picking up this collective vibe of a campaign for kindness. Check out that video. Check out that video. I'm a little confused by the chat. It must be Glenn, that's funny. There must be something quirky going on astrologically. Where's my astrologer? Are there enough FBI agents for all the investigations? I know early on when Merrick Garland got appointed, early on, I did see that he was needing a lot of help. He was needing a real lot of help. Let's read on Texas. I think the FBI is stretched really thin. I think the CIA and Secret Service, I think they're stretched really, really thin. Yeah, Arnold, yeah. Well, the thing about, what the Governator, they call him, what Arnold Schwarzenegger was speaking to was the anti-Semitism. And he was talking about the Holocaust. And he was saying it's not strong to be an anti-Semite or to be a Nazi, right? Really interesting. I thought it was very, very impactful. So we need a revolution of love. We really do. We need a revolution of love. And if you want to hear a song about that, if you've been with me, you know about my friend Sean Galloway, who wrote a song called We Choose Love. I'll post it again on my community page. We need a love revolution. And he does concerts he calls the Loveolution. Sean Galloway, Gallaway. Very chatty tonight. Let's read on Texas. As far as a judge in Texas who's going to make the abortion pill illegal, I haven't gotten to that yet, but we really do need to get into that. I don't know if he already called that drug is illegal. What we are actually seeing and witnessing, and we all need to get involved. You know how I do. I just give you little lectures or big lectures, and it's just for all of us. We all feel this way. It was today. I was tuning into it, and I felt like he would ban it. Yes, the one where Cher slaps Nicolas Cage snap out of it. That was Moon. Threw me off. What was the name of that movie that Cher was in? Moon something. Moonstruck. Anyway. Moonstruck. Okay. So, I totally lost my train of thought. It happens. Texas. Oh, the judge. Sorry, I was thinking of them. I was trying to think of the movie that I mentioned before. I got that he was going to ban the abortion pill. So I want everyone to understand what's going on here. This is a major misogyny movement. I had said that women will die. And I know that they say pregnant people, but I wish they would say pregnant women. because this is a war against women. We already know the trans, that whole controversy is going on. We already know that people can have sex changes and become a woman and bear a child, but that's not like the majority. This is a war on women. So I would like to hear them call it like pregnant women, because the war is on women. We already know there's a war on trans people, right? The main thing that's going on is this is a massive misogyny movement. And women are dying, and women will die, and people, like children, like girls that are victims of incest, their bodies won't be able to physically manage a pregnancy, and they will die. And this is torture. This is insanity. Yeah, this is torture. This is insanity. And it needs to stop, and it's up to us. We have to get involved. I already gave you my lecture the other night. This is the heartbreak that's going to ensue. So this judge in Texas, I got that yes, he was going to get that drug banned. And the Three of Swords is this is intense hurt. Yeah. And what a woman goes through to birth a child. If it were the opposite way and men could get pregnant, this wouldn't be happening. This is a total war on women. And well, this is interesting. I have the Three of Swords. It's going to be heinous. And then the Three of Cups says, and then the women will end up starting to win, because the good men will get involved. This is about the good men. I hope nobody thought that I was bashing men. I'm bashing evil and misogyny. There's just a lot of boys acting really badly. I always say, if women ran the world, we wouldn't have wars. And that doesn't mean women are perfect. Women are wired differently. We talk. We talk. We get together and we just talk. We're just wired differently. So let's look at Abbott. What's going to happen with what he's doing with the schools in Texas? Yeah, weak men are afraid of strong women. That's true. And there's no need for that. And any woman in a position of power, like Kamala Harris, like Hillary Clinton, just name them. That's why I have my button that says well-behaved women rarely make history. Because, you act strong and they call you a bitch. It's wrong. It's just wrong. I get so mad when women bash women. It's terrible. We shouldn't do that. This is about Texas and what Abbott's doing. Yeah, Abbott's creating a lot of pain. Remember, the cruelty is the point. The cruelty is the point. Peace and love, right? This is what Abbott's doing in Texas. Florida and Texas are they're really trying to make them fascist states. So this is the Nine of Swords. I saw, in my mind, I saw Nine of Sorrows. And the Moon card, it's going to be a very emotional time for Texas. And the Lover card. So actually, people will come together. People will come together and help each other. Yeah. Yeah, people will come together and help each other. They will. They will. Okay, so let's be optimistic. Autumn of Black and Orange calls him Cruel King Abbott. They're very, very, very cruel. So we've really come to a place in this country where it's like, are we really going to allow, and the Lover card indicated that we won't. Are we really going to allow these so-called governors, these leaders, are we going to really allow them to abuse our brothers and sisters in the United States of America? Are we really going to let them take away all of our freedoms? Because that is what they're doing. And I'm going to read on the schools in Florida. They don't want them to read books. telling you, the entire state of Florida, thinking people need to be involved. We do what we can from the other states. Okay, so as far as the book bans in Florida, I see the death card. That's an interesting card. These cards are new to me. The Two of Rods and the Page of Swords. I see lots of legal jamming things up happening. Thinking people are threatened in Florida. Well, what do you mean by that? Because of what I'm saying is honest discernment. Thinking people are threatened in Florida. What do you mean by that? They're trying to make people dumb. They're trying to dumb down the population. That's fascism. You know, I go on my fascism rants all the time. It was nice to see Arnold Schwarzenegger going on a little bit of a, you know, like, come on, you people. Come on, we don't need Nazis. Right? Threatened by their MAGA neighbors. So, honest discernment, maybe you can tell us more about that. Are you in Florida? I don't understand why the federal government doesn't step in either. Okay, let's just ask this. Is the federal government just in over its head? Is that what's going on? Is it just too much? That's not it. So honest discernment, you're in Florida, so just let us know what you're doing so we can help you. What you're doing to fight back so we can help you. Honest discernment. Let us know what you're doing so we can help you to fight back. I'm serious. If you don't know what to do, we will show you. That's the new Grassroots of Democracy slogan. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. Yeah, but I'm just wondering, you know, I'm kind of putting you on the spot. I'm just making the point. What are you doing? Like, are you signing petitions? Are you, you know, like, we need activism is my point, right? And when you let us know what you know about what Floridians are doing, we can help. Okay, so let's ask that. Why is the federal government not getting involved? Because I just got, it wasn't that they're too busy. That's not the reason. Well, yeah, Florida is becoming its own country. I had said months and months ago, I saw a huge dark cloud over Florida, and it wasn't just Hurricane Ian. I couldn't understand it at the time. And now I see what's happening is Florida is becoming fascist Florida. The irony, and this is fascism, of Ron DeSatan out there saying he has a book called The Courage to Be Free or something, which is the opposite of what's happening. So Florida is becoming a fascist state. I'm going to say it again. Florida is becoming a fascist-run state. Did you all catch what I just said? Because that's truly what's going on. And Texas is right behind it. Not as much, but almost. Tell your friends and neighbors they're taking away our freedom. I'm not saying they're going to succeed. Fascist Florida. We have to start telling it what it is. Darren's basically boycotting everything Florida. Now, it's not that I didn't see action from citizens not working. It's not that I do see it working. But this is a time that we have to just be on our toes. We really do. Yeah, we need to be on our toes. It's so true. We have to pay attention. And I know it's a training, it's a brain train, because we never had to pay attention the way that we do now. So I'm going to actually look at Florida and about the federal government. Why the federal government is. There's a lot of fascist people who like that, who are in, yeah. I thought what you were going to say was in the 30s and 40s. You're saying 30 to 40% in this country. Hello, hello. We have some new people here. I'm looking at the federal government, why they're not intervening in Florida. Or maybe they are. We'll see. Yeah, I hope, yeah. So support the Democrats that are working hard to get elected. We have to we have to fight for our voting rights, not to continue to be taken away. Keep waiting for Cubans and Venezuelans to wake up to what's happening in Florida is the thing about the Latin countries is it's a little confusing because the right meant like liberal, and it's confused. So why the federal government hasn't stepped in? It's like I get that it's this is interesting. Why hasn't the federal government stepped in Florida? The threat of violence. I'm actually picking up. The federal government hasn't stepped in to the degree that they should be able to because of the threats of violence. Now, that's not the only reason, but it weighs heavy. And for entertainment purposes only, I have this sense, and I'm feeling Val Deming's getting involved. I know we haven't heard that name in a while, but I do feel Val Deming's getting involved in justice in Florida, and I've seen that before. So, it's bad. And Ron DeFascist is open permit, is promoting guns. Like the threats in Little Rock in 1958, I don't know. I'll look that up, probably. That's what I get. I'm going to look that up about Little Rock because I'm a little, there's a little void in my American history. I'll look that up. The threats in Little Rock in 1958. Yeah, don't be frustrated. Honest discernment, Darren's offering his support. Try not to get frustrated. It is frustrating. Just do your best not to get frustrated. To put that energy into action. Do I remember that old protest? What do you mean that old protest? When they integrated the high school in 1958, I wasn't on the planet. But I'll look it up. Gosh, it's tough. We're in a tight spot, people. We're in a tight spot with this fascist movement. It does help me to check out Rachel Maddow's Ultra. I don't know if I got to the end of that series yet. But if you listen to her podcast, Rachel Maddow's Ultra, it gives you a sense that we've been here before and we made it through with the fascism, and we can do it again. Pisces' birthday on Friday, on St. Patty's Day. Lots of green beverages flowing on Friday. And I'll be here on Friday, too. National Guard escorted the kids to school. Are you talking about in Arkansas? That's interesting. Yeah, I'm picking up something like that. That the threat, the very real threat of mob violence happening is what's causing the federal government to not act in the way that they really need to. Val Demings came close, yeah. And all the stuff is boiling up so we can clean it up too. So that's why we need to come together. Somebody asked me about the bank crashing, the Silicon Valley Bank. Remember the other day and I was like, I don't want to talk about that, I don't want to talk about that. But I just want to point out that it's becoming glaringly obvious how much damage Donald Trump has done to the United States when they stop segregation. Yes, it's similar to that. The threat of violence that I'm picking up in Florida is similar to the desegregation that time. So they have to be pretty strategic. in how they crack down on this fascism in Florida. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's really crazy. How about we do a few cards for the next couple of days for the collective? But wait, I was going to read on one more thing. I just want to mention that we're finding out. Well, let me do this before we sign off. We're finding out about Trump's, bragging about all the deregulations and all bragging about the deregulations, which is basically what Trump was doing is saying, screw the American people, let's not protect them. Let's just make lots and lots of money. And he has done, and we knew it when he was in office, he's done so much damage to this country. It's amazing. The Silicon Valley Bank situation, I didn't feel like that was going to spread. So I'm just going to pick 3 cards about just a little bit more. It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, well, in some ways it does have to be the end of a lot of things. As far as the bank, yeah, Silicon Valley Bank, I haven't really been following it, but it's over for that bank, obviously. I have to read about the details. There will be regulation coming in, but it's going to be like from the bottom up. Rebuilding from the bottom up because of, I'm talking about, this is about banks. Rebuilding from the ground up with regulations on banks. I didn't know Trump Jr. was on the board of that bank, but it makes a hell of a lot of sense. Absolutely. Yeah, it was complete corruption is what happened. You don't deregulate the banks. That's what happened in 2008. It's a crazy idea. You've been singing the song since the day you went down. Yeah, happy anniversary of the beginning of COVID 3 years ago. We had a moment of silence about that the other night. So tragic. And Trump, he botched the pandemic. He denied there was a pandemic. And more people died than should have. And also run to Satan too. Yeah, Trump really, really destroyed this country. And let's ask if the bank executives will get in trouble for selling their stock. I dropped some cards. Actually, I dropped 3 cards. Perfect. Will the banks, the people that remove their money, will they get in trouble? It looks like they will. It's going to be long, long, strung out court cases, but they will. They will. Oh, you must have just come on. I was telling people that, Kathy, that I went to Salem today because I had some time, and it's not very far away. And I was at the store, and I bought these cards because, I'm a sucker for new tarot cards. And as I was checking out, the song that was playing in the background was, "This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius." It's the Aquarian Tarot, which is pretty funny. Oh, you're here! Kathy's going to be with us on March 27th for an early show, and then I'll do PNN at 7 as usual, Eastern Time. 5. That's your first deck? That makes sense, right? I didn't plan to buy cards, but I do a lot on a whim. Martha Stewart went to jail. Yeah. We're talking about the bank, Silicon Valley Bank. I do feel like there will be court cases against the investors who pulled out, who knew that the bank was going to crash. Yeah, it's going to be fun to do the show with Kathy. March 27th. There will be regulations put back. I don't see that this will happen again. Keep your fingers crossed. Will DeFascists be gone by October? Let's see. Oh, it's 94 minutes. I gotta go. Will DeFascists be gone by October? It looks like yes. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking. That doesn't usually. Will DeFascists be gone by? Yeah. I don't ever get. Is this deck that old? Jeez, I didn't look. It's from from the 70s? Well, the one I was using the other night was from the 80s, the Voyager Tarot. Check out that the other night if you haven't already. Those are cool cards. Everybody, if everybody gets involved, this is God's honest truth. If every American gets involved, these came out in 1970. Wow, I had no idea. I knew they were old. I know they've been around, but I didn't know. You are right. There it is, 1970. We can turn this train around. I have a song by that exact title. If you want to hear it, go to my website. My music is on my website. I have a song called Turn This Train Around. Great song, if I may say so myself. Let's pick 3 cards to get us through the next couple of days. Please join us at Grassroots of Democracy. Unfox my box. Yeah, unfox your box. It's always a pleasure to be with you. I always love being with you. It's so fun. I'm going to pick 3 cards. Before I do that, I want to tell you that this is what I do for a living, and I have plenty of room to give you a personal psychic tarot reading, and I would love it if you booked a session. And you can book a session even as close as an hour before your appointment. So, and you can donate to my channel. There's a tip jar below. And it warms my heart when people support what I do. I just can't even tell you how much. It's just like, because I love what I do. And when you guys appreciate it and then donate it or book a reading or take my classes, it really means so much. So it goes a long way. So thank you. I'm going to pick 3 cards for the next couple of days. Thank you for all your kind words. Because all the kind words completely, as much as the hurtful words hurt, it really is a great buffer. We'll have to, thank you, Kathy. We'll have to save the other questions. We can't answer them all, but we get pretty close. She's booking soon. Yeah, book an appointment. At least come to the gathering for the spring equinox on Sunday night. It's only $30 for that. And it's totally fun to hang out. And it's really great to have a ritual around the different important times in the year. Really, really fun. Maria, come to the spring equinox celebration. It's a new moon. It's going to be potent. We'll do rituals for new beginnings. I don't know why I have 4 cards for our community cards for the next couple of days, but I have the Queen of Rods, the Star. We're going to see, actually, the next couple of days are actually, we're going to see good things happen for the United States. So everybody get ready for a good couple of days. I know we have to, it's like I always tell you, I watch comedy. I do. I watch old sitcoms as a buffer, Seriously. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. What do you mean mods? Honest discernment. I don't know what I must have, I don't know. I'm totally lost. The chat totally lost me tonight. I don't know why. The Emperor. So we're going to see some good things happening in the next couple of days. I really do. These are really looking like justice. We're going to see signs that justice is happening. Because I have the Queen of Rods, that's Letitia James. I have the Star card, that's the United States. Yeah, good things are going to happen. We have what it takes. If we're all involved, when we're all involved, we will turn this train around. Look at the page later, no problem. Okay. The Emperor and the Ten of Cups. All the evidence against Trump is going to come up. I've been watching, I mentioned this the other night, there's a lot of old episodes of Golden Girls. Those old sitcoms are really well written. Thank you all, I love you lots, and I'll see you again on Friday, or if you come to Grassroots of Democracy tomorrow night, we'll see you there. We have a lot of fun, and I'm sending you all light and love. All right, namaste, be well, see ya.